I generally have no idea how I'm going to review this movie because it's so spoiler filled. This is really hard to talk about, but I will do my best because you know my reviews, guys, with new movies. I give absolutely no spoilers. So bear with me on this one, guys. I will try and do my best. Hi, guys, and thank you for joining me for my Scream 5 review. And like I said, this is going to be hard to review because the whole movie is just one giant spoiler, really. And to try and talk about this movie and navigate through it all is extremely difficult. and there's no way you want any spoilers on this film, guys. You really need to go in and watch this without knowing too much about it. The same with the other Scream movies, really. It's no different. Um, but I will say this. I had a really good time with this movie. It surprised me, to be fair. Because, like, I'm not, like, the biggest fan of the Scream movies. I mean, I don't mind them. To be fair, I do actually quite enjoy them, but I'm not, like, a Scream diehard. It's not like I was crying out for a Scream 5 movie or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't mind them. Like, I really do enjoy the first Scream movie, and I actually think Scream 2 is quite a strong sequel, to be fair. Scream 3, I remember not liking it that much, but I haven't seen it for so long. I don't really remember anything about it, to be completely honest with you. Scream 4, I remember really enjoying when it came out 10 years ago. But like I say, I wasn't crying out for a Scream 5 or anything. Oh, and I tell you what I did enjoy as well on Netflix. I actually enjoyed the Scream TV series. To be honest with you, I actually got quite hooked on it. I think there was only like 2 seasons of it, wasn't there? But I thought it was really decent. I liked it. So I watched the trailer to Scream 5 and it got me interested. I was like, yeah, all right. Looks decent. And then the reviews started coming out for Scream and a lot of them were glowing. You know what I mean? And then I must admit, it got my excitement up a little bit more as well because it was getting like a lot of love from people that I respect on YouTube as well and on Twitter and stuff. And I agree with them. I had a really, really, really good time with this movie. I really did. Now, the plot is very simple, guys. It's the same as all the others. Ghostface comes back, starts hacking and slashing young adults, which brings Gail Weathers, Sidney Prescott, and Dewey back into the mix. And I might be a little different with a lot of people on this, but I like the fact that they didn't rely on Gail, Sidney, and Dewey to like carry this movie throughout. I like that. They're not in the movie that much. I think Dewey's in it more out the three of them. But I like how the film lets their new characters breathe. Like we get to know the new characters. You know what I mean? I do like the fact that they didn't rely on the original three. So I may be in the minority with that one. I don't know. But I love seeing Gail and Sydney back in it. They were badass. They really were badass. And a special shout out to David Arquette as Dewey. This is the best he's been as Dewey in the whole series. I think he's absolutely brilliant in this. I really do. And he has a little bit more to do out the three of them. And he absolutely nails it for me. And he's pretty badass in this. He's not the same Dewey as we've seen before. You know, he's a bit, war weary and, you know what I mean, old and grouchy and his heart's still in the right place. But he was pretty badass in this. I really did enjoy his performance. And it's the same with all the new cast. I thought the new cast are all outstanding. I thought they were all brilliant. And especially Ghostface. brutal. Like, really brutal. Doesn't hold back on the violence in this one at all. And Ghostface is pretty mean in this. Like, I know he's mean for all the others as well, but he's a extra bit of a dick in this one. I actually enjoyed Ghostface in this. I really did. And as all the other Scream movies, it starts strong. It really does. It's a brilliant opening act to this movie. The film's not perfect, though. I do have some gripes with the movie. The problem is, I can't talk about them because they are massive spoilers. Like, I can't really get into it. I suppose the one thing I can kind of glimpse over is I thought the whole reasoning behind the killings and for Ghostface to come back was pretty dumb. I have to say that. I thought the motivation behind it all was... I was like, really? That's the reason? You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, like, you know, but it didn't. But in saying that, it didn't ruin the movie for me at all. I still really enjoyed it, but it just kind of tinted it for me a little bit. But a lot of people might be on board with the reasoning behind it all at the end and whatever. But just for my own personal choice, I thought it was a bit dumb. And like I say, there's a... Oh, I can't really talk about it because it is a spoiler. See what I mean? It is hard. I've been skating around a lot of this. And there's another couple of things in it that I can't get into, but I thought it didn't really need to happen. I thought it was a bit stupid. But all in all, guys, if you loved the Scream film series, you're going to love this movie. Like, hands down, you're going to love it. For me, it's definitely the best sequel in the series. I put it up there, put it ahead of 4, I put it ahead of 2, and obviously Scream 3 is the last one. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm actually excited to see where this series can go now. You know, it's like the pass of the baton has been happening kind of thing, you know, it's been passed on to the younger generation. And I'm excited to see if a Scream 6 happens and see where it goes, because I really did like this film. I thought it was brilliant. So, all that being said, and hopefully I haven't spoiled anything, because I've really tried not to, I'm going to give Scream 5, guys. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. You'll have a really good time with this, especially if you're a Scream fan. You'll love it. Absolutely love it. Right, guys? As always, thank you so much for joining me. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you again very soon. Take care, guys. Bye now.